Hey guys, it's your girl Desire. I'm here to vent and give you a little story rundown on the birth control. Nexplanon is an arm implant.
You got your chips, snacks, anything you have, because this video is gonna be kinda long.
If you don't want to watch this, just make sure you exit out the video. If you're a guy and you don't want to watch this either, you can walk away. But I highly suggest guys watch this too, because if you have a girlfriend, a partner, or you're dating someone, I'm sure they're probably on birth control too if they don't want to have kids at the moment. And if they're not on birth control, congratulations.
Because you're a father in the future.
Because I'm going to explain in detail my experience, what I had to go through and what I did, and basically an update. So stay tuned. What's up guys, it's Desire Gang. I know I did, I attempted to do a video of my Nexplanon implant removal. My appointment was canceled, so that was a fail. I've tried so many I attempted so many times to book an appointment, and I did. It was a success booking, but I did 3. So my first one, my appointment was at 6 o'clock at Planned Parenthood. This is when the whole coronavirus started to become really serious. So they closed their centers early. So my appointment was at 6:40, and the place closed at 6 o'clock. I went to the place and the security told me that they're closed. So I was a little upset, but I was like, you know what, let me not let that ruin my day. The second attempt was early in the morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, it was 8:40 in the morning, and it was pretty far. I woke up extra early to go and to find out the center's closed. So now I'm like extremely upset at this point because the coronavirus is getting bad, because I'm from United States, from New York, the New York area. So it's getting pretty bad. I actually had an appointment for April 2nd, but I had booked online for this earlier appointment because I've been having a lot of side effects and it's been like killing me on the inside. So I was like, you know what, it's okay. You have another appointment on April 2nd, which is like a couple of days away. Listen to this now. Come April 2nd, my appointment is at 4 something. To find out the location I'm supposed to go to is the same place that I went to on March 29, which was my 8 o'clock in the morning appointment, and that center is closed. So now I'm freaking out because, remind you, this birth control is giving me bad migraines. I'm starting to get like a tight chest. I would feel like pain and pressure, and sometimes I would have shortness of breath. And I went to urgent care because I was like, okay, something's wrong with me. I don't feel right. Something is not right here. And they told me everything is okay. They said maybe it's your asthma acting up, but right now we don't hear any wheezing and nothing. So I'm like, how can it be my asthma? I haven't had asthma in forever. Excuse me. You see, I'm like in shortness of breath. One of the side effects of the Nexplanon is, you know, tightness in the chest and shortness of breath, and I started getting that 2 weeks ago. So I had this birth control for about 6 weeks, and as soon, like I would say probably 5 days within having this birth control, I started having nausea, I started feeling dizzy, I started feeling grossed out by food. So I did lose a couple of pounds within like a week. I think I lost like 4 pounds in a week because I didn't want to eat. I just felt so disgusted by food. Every time I ate something, it made me feel nauseous, so I just felt disgusted. The only reason why I got the implant is because I don't have to remember taking anything. I didn't think all these side effects was gonna happen, and it has been a rough month and a half having this on, and I just can't wait to take it off. So I booked another appointment with Planned Parenthood on Monday, but I was like, you know what, I'm like really scared that they're going to cancel on me again because it will be my 4th attempt. So I called another place, which used to be my OGYN, and I was like, hi, like, do you guys do implant removal? So she said, you know, right now they're taking pregnant patients first. I will leave a note for the doctor and they will call you back. Someone called me back and basically told me that the doctor will schedule an appointment, and I was like, okay, can you please leave a note and let her know that I'm having severe headaches and migraines and chest pain, and I just don't feel like it's normal. I don't feel like myself, and something feels wrong. Passed by, not that much, maybe like 3 hours. The doctor called me and she spoke to me, and I basically had told her about my migraines, my headaches, and how I can take Tylenol and I would still have headaches. Like, it wouldn't help it go away, and I would take 650 of a dosage or 925, and like I would still feel it. So sometimes I would try to take a nap and it's just like I would wake up still with a headache. Like, it was pretty extreme. Now I'm starting to get this chest pain. I told her that, and I told her, you know, I'm not sure if that is because of the arm implant, but I know that was one of the side effects. And she said, yes, it is one of the side effects. And she said, you know, she said, I'm going to do my best to schedule in as soon as I can. If I have a booking for tomorrow, like, I'll book you in, but we're in the city and I'm not from the city, so that's a drive. But right now, because of the pandemic of this whole coronavirus, everything is completely dead. You can find parking. But yeah, so I'll show you guys the implant in my arm. It kind of did leave a scar in my arm. So you see this dotted scar. This is where they inserted the implant, and if you can see, I'm gonna try to push it. So it's this big. So it's pretty big. Look, you can see I can poke it out too, which is freaking weird. Like, I can feel it poking. Like, I feel like if I push it really hard, I can probably take it out myself. But do you see it? So it's like really close to the skin and you can feel it. So yeah, so I'm getting that removed today. Me look, I'm pretty nervous, but I'm super excited because I've been waiting for this moment. So let's get to it. An item this small gave me so much problem. I did mention the side effects I was having, the struggles I went through just to get an appointment to remove this birth control. I'm so grateful that I was finally able to get an appointment. Because of this whole COVID, there was pros and cons. So the pros is that there wasn't that much traffic. I went on a Friday around 1 o'clock. My appointment was at 2 o'clock. I got there so fast. I got there probably like in 25 minutes or maybe less. I got there, I was able to find parking right in front of the health center. I was able to get attended quickly. I didn't have to wait for a long time. There was only one other person there. As soon as you walk into the center, they take your temperature. So I walked in with an entire mask. I had my gloves on. I had sanitizer, everything. But as soon as you walk in, they take your temperature, and then after they take your temperature, they ask you if you have any fever, have you traveled in the last 3 months, do you have any coughing, any shortness of breath, have you fill out a registration form. As soon as you fill out that registration form, they check my vitals very quickly. She got my vitals checked. Doctor came and the doctor was like, hello. She was like, how are you? She was like, I spoke to you on the phone yesterday, and she was like, let's get this thing removed from your arm. She asked me how I was feeling. I'm so happy and I appreciate you so much right now for helping me get this out my arm. And she was like, yeah, I know. She was like, according from what you told me, you're having severe symptoms like the headaches every day. Like, I know you can't continue going on with that for a while. So basically, had me lay down, and I was just like this, laying down. And then she cleaned the area with alcohol, and then she injected a numbing cream into my arm. And the numbing cream, it hurt a little when it goes in. I'm not crazy about the needle, but it was just the liquid going in. The liquid going into your arm hurts. So as soon as she injected that, probably like 3 minutes, it took her to like get everything ready, wash her hands, put on gloves, make sure she gets all the materials ready to help me take this thing on my arm. Okay, she was like, are you ready? So she cleaned the area with something else. It was red to sanitize the area better. I don't know what it's called. Then I'm just laying there. She cut a little bit. I felt it a little bit because I feel like my arm wasn't completely numb. And she's like maneuvering the implant in my arm, trying to take it out. And at this point, like, I kind of feel some pain because she just keeps pushing it and trying to pull it out with the tweezer. It's not coming out. She's struggling, and she's like, are you a lefty? And I was like, no, why? And she was like, because people usually get it on their left hand, unless if they're a lefty, they get it on their right. And I said, well, you know, the doctor who inserted the implant in my arm said, since I have a tattoo, on my left side, she didn't want it to get destroyed with any scars, so she told me to put it on my right arm. So she was like, oh man, she was like, I love doing the right arm because it's so challenging. And she was like, but right now I'm struggling to take this off. She tried to push it out and everything. So she was like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do another incision. So I'm just like, are you telling me I'm gonna have 2 cuts on my arm right now? So my arm at this point is leaking blood down my arm, but this doctor was so nice and she was just like cleaning it up. She was like, I'm sorry. She's like, I don't want to dirty your shirt, but you just feel the blood leaking down your arm because now I have 2 cuts in my arm. So now as soon as she did the second incision, she's like maneuvering it again all over my arm, pushing it, and she's like, okay, I think I got it. Grab the tweezer, fail again. Grab the tweezer, and finally a success. Pulled it out, and you just feel it coming out your arm. It's so disgusting, I kid you not. Like, you actually feel it coming out your arm. It was like, look, she was like, it's removed, it's out of your arm. So I was just like, wow, like, thank you so much. Now she basically closed it with the band-aid that I have here. So I had this on for about almost 5 days, so that's why it looks like that. I can't pull it off. It has to fall off on its own because I have 2 freaking holes in my arm. So it needs to be closed and completely healed. I can say I am blessed and I am lucky because she said I was gonna have bruising. And I have no bruising whatsoever. When I did get the implant inserted in my arm, I did get bruising. I would post a picture right here. So you will see that my arm was very bruised. It took about almost 2 weeks for my bruising to go away, but this is how it looked. It was not cute at all, and it was just like when I went to the gym, people saw that and they probably thought somebody was beating me up. That's how bruised it looks, so you can just see the picture. Not being bruised during the removal process was a blessing because I was just like, man, am I gonna get bruised again? And she was like, yeah. She was like, it's the same way you got bruising when you got it inserted. But I was blessed. I just can't wait to see what it looks like when this begins to fall off. I hope my scarring is not so bad, and I hope I heal very quickly. But I wanted to do this video because I know I was having so much issues. I was super extremely moody. I was having headaches every day. Every consecutive day I was having a headache. The moment I woke up, I had a headache. The moment I was going to bed, I would have a headache. So I would sleep so much because my head was pounding. I would even sleep and dream that my head was hurting. It was just ridiculous. It was so bad. So I am happy it's gone. And today is almost the 5th day that I have it removed. I don't have no more headaches, no more chest pain, and I haven't been having anxiety, to be honest. So I'm so happy. I really am. The doctor told me to not use any birth control method for 1 month, at least 1 month, and to let all that like leave my body. So after that, I'll figure out what am I gonna get on, if I'm gonna get on the IUD, which has no hormonal birth control, or back on the pills, because your girl's trying not to have kids right now. And I know you probably like, why don't you use condoms? Play smart by the book and just get on birth control or pull out, whatever you're most comfortable with. But yeah, so I'm just so happy. So right now I'm letting like all this hormones leave my body. But that was my experience with the Nexplanon. I didn't have a good experience. It was the worst experience ever. And it's just so crazy how something so small, I think it was like 1.5 inches, could cause so much issues in your body like that. But stay tuned for my update. I am going to post an update on my scars and how they look. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope anybody else who have the same experience as me, please go to the doctor right away, because that is not normal. It's not. But make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, comment, and stay tuned. So thank you for watching. Till next time.